感谢大家观看数据应用学院的本期视频。视频开始之前，大家可以点击 subscribe button， 关注我们的 channel， 并打开通知小铃铛，不错过我们的精彩内容更新。数据应用学院微信公众号也干货满满，欢迎大家扫码关注，一起学习最前沿的求职动态。最后，如果大家喜欢这期视频，别忘记点个赞哦。
Hi everyone, myself Faizan Khan, work as a machine learning engineer at Base Solution. So today we will see how we can create a GPT application. So let's talk about the agenda for the today. So we will see about the generative AI technology. Then we will explore a framework called Langchain. With that, we can build our own large language model. Then we will see how we can build application with the help of large language models, and then we will see the use case, and then I will show you a small demo using Langchain and large language model. So let's talk about the generative AI. So generative AI is a branch of artificial intelligence focusing on creating models that can generate a new and based on new original content. It involves on training on the large data set and to learn the pattern and the structure in the data. The generative AI application can be applied in various domains, including image generation, video generation, music composition, text generation, and many more. So what exactly is Langchain? So Langchain is a powerful tool, or you can say a powerful framework that help us to work with large language model. So as you know, large language model can perform very specific many tasks, but the problem is like they are not specific expert in specific domain. So with the help of Langchain, we can use our data and use large language model and create the application based on that. You can refer to the below documentation for the more information about the Langchain. So why do we need Langchain? Langchain, as you know, help us to integrate and communicate with large language model like GPT-3, DALL-E, and it also has other tools like searching based on your data. It also have the database functionality where we can connect our own data and connect with large language model. And we have many other computational tools to carry out our tasks. So using the Langchain, we can create a sequential step. So we can tell that one tool can be input to the other tool and so on. Langchain not only uses a single large language model, we can switch that into the future if we need it if we want to change our language model in the future. Yeah. So if you have any question, please put into the Q&A. I will respond to it. So this shows the growth of the Langchain. So just in 16 way, you see how this framework has gained the popularity, and now most of the industry are using Langchain to create their generative AI application. So how exactly Langchain works? So first of all, we pre-process our data. Then after creating the pre-processing, then we put something called as embedding, which convert our text or data to a number which the large language model can understand. We also have search similarity based on our query. The data it will extract from the vector and the query, and it will send that to the large language model. So this is how actually it works. So this is the overall architecture of how exactly it works. So we ask a question, and with the help of such similarity as shown in the before, here is the smart retrieval, where we, based on our specific knowledge, it try to extract the information, and then it check whether the question is related to our data or not. If we find a related data, it send the related data to smart retrieval, and then our question and the smart data related data is sent to the large language model. Then large language model understand it and generate a new content based on that, and then we get the answer. So this is the overall architecture, how Langchain and large language model are interacting with. So how would we use the Langchain? So there is a package called Langchain in Python. So you can just install pip install Langchain, and then you can use Langchain. So first of all, to work with Langchain, we need to have a large language model in order to carry out our process. So here actually we are loading large language model, which is OpenAI, and then we are calling that class, and we are putting the language model we want. Right now, I have put it the text DaVinci, which is similar to GPT-3 model. And then we are providing the API in order to get access of the large language model from the OpenAI. And after we get the large language model in the variable LLM, then we put our query like prompt, whatever we can ask to the large language model. So here we see like we had given a prompt called today is Monday and tomorrow is Wednesday, and we are asking like what is the wrong statement in this statement. Then we put this prompt, the large language model, then it understand the prompt and it give the answer. The statement is incorrect and the tomorrow is Tuesday, not Wednesday. So you see how we have first successfully imported the language model, and we are using right now OpenAI model, and then we are just providing our simple question. So this is how you can create a text generation model using a Langchain and OpenAI. So we will explore more use case today, like querying to our tabular data, understanding our code base and generate a result, interacting with API, like interacting with other data which is outside the world, not in our system. And we will also see the summarization, how it works in the Langchain. So let's go to the first use case, querying our tabular data. So the objective of this used to large language model to query data, and so to analyze data and get real-time information from the database. So we will use large language model, and then we will use the database. So in this, you do not need to remember the complex SQL query in order to get the answer. So first of all, we load large language model from the OpenAI, and we give the API key for the token. And then after we load the large language model into a variable, then we connect the data set where we need to connect with large language model in order to get the answer. Here we load our database from the SQL, and we are saving it into a variable called DB. After getting the large language model and the data, then we go ahead with SQL database chain. This is a chain which help us to for querying database and use large language model. So in that, it has three parameters. First, a large language model. Second is the database, and this true verbose is like getting this information. If it is false, we will not get the details of the how it calculates, we will get the only answer. So now we have given the large language model database and we have stored into a DB chain. Now using the run function, we can ask any question regarding the data set. So you do not need to remember the complex query. So we are just providing a natural question like how many species of the tree are there in San Francisco. So first it will go to a SQL database, then it understand the prompt. After understanding the prompt, it automatically generate a query for us and then it give the answer. So you see how helpful Langchain can be. So we just need to load the large language model and then we connect our data to database and then we just provide our simple query in order to get the answer. So how awesome it is. So these are the steps you can follow in order to use the database and the query. And not only you can use the data SQL database, you can use any tabular data set. So right now we are connecting a database as a SQLite and we are defining our query. And then we are reading the data and we are closing the session. So you see, we need to perform all of this step in order to get this answer. But here we just provide our simple question and then it given the answer. So it automatically generate the query and so how nice it is. So let's go to the next use case, code understanding. So the objective of like the Copilot functionality that can help us to answer the question from a specific library and also help us to generate a new code. So here you see, first actually two steps are missing here. First we actually load the large language model and second we put our source code in the database and then we put our prompt or query and then we put that into then we use the run function and put our query and then we see the result. So it show how, so we ask question like what's the function do I use when I want to find most similar item in the list of the item. So it has that it generated the answer. It is telling that you can use the process.extract1 function, the fuzzy library, to find the most similar item in the list, and it return the single best of the tuple, which can include the match string on its score. So you see how it helps us to get the not only the function and also it tells about the library. So here you see we ask more question. Can you give us the code to only respond with the code and not other text plain? So we are telling that give us the code instead of just providing us the information. And here you see it has provided the code for it and it tell that use this function and put your query and put your list option. This is how we can build code understanding app with the help of Langchain. So let's move to another use case. So interacting with API. So the objective of this use case is to understand a request from the user and carry it out information action and automate this more in real world flow. So suppose you want to take information from a given website, then you might need to go and find information manually. But with the help of Langchain, you can call a API chain from the Langchain and also you provide your prompt. So this is actually a prompt we provide. So first we provide the URL where we need to extract the information, and then we give some information like used to find the country about the endpoint, and all the URL are listed below. The name of the country. So if they want to find the specific to a one country, they can just provide the name. And this is the second information we are providing. So in this prompt, we are not only providing the API, and we are giving some more information in our query. So we are using Langchain API chain, and then we are loading the large language model, and we are loading our API doc. After loading that, we just use the run function, and we give our prompt whatever we need to extract the information from the website. So here you see, we ask the question like, can you tell me more information about France? So first it went to that API and went to the country name as France. So it get lot of information. So it might be confusing, but it understand our query and it has the data, and using the smart retrieval, this sent to the large language model, and using that we get the answer. So it has given a proper structure answer as you see in the blue. Yeah. So let's move to the next question. So this is the same question, another question we are asking, and it is giving us the answer. Another application use case we can use is the summarization. So we can give our data, text, or messages from the any platform, and we can tell that give me the summary of this data. So here you see, we had given our prompt, and we are giving some information. It's a big text, and we are giving it to the Langchain, and we are telling that please summarize the following pieces and respond in a 5-year-old would be understand. And then it has taken the text, and here it will generate the summarization. So here you see, for 130 people, what about, and it has summarized the whole thing instead of giving the whole text. So there is one more website called Thimble AI, which uses the same large language model, and it helps us to summarize our document or data, whatever we need to summarize. Oh, so you can use another summarization website called summarizepaper.com. In this, actually, we can put our textbook or our pages, and we can tell, give me the key important or summarize this article. Then it will generate us, will give us the key point, and it will give us the summary as well. So you can try it out this website in order to help in your daily workflow. So how do we create a full stack application? So right now you're just seeing the Langchain framework, Python, and OpenAI GPT model. But how do we create a web application? So using these three stack, Langchain, GPT-3 model, and Streamlit, we can create a full stack application. So for your kind information, Streamlit is the front-end library which uses Python in order to create a front end, and to quickly create the front end and use the full stack application. So let me show you a demo So we will be seeing a two demo. One is a FinRiser, which uses the behind three tech stack to build this application. And we will see another application known as Blockchain Expert, which is actually a Q&A application based on our document. So let me just show you. So you see, this is actually a Streamlit web application. So we have created a front end for the using Python, and then we are providing the open API key here. After providing the API key, so we can we have given some option, like we can upload our own data set, like our own tabular data. Then we can select our data source, whether we want the data source online or offline. So if we want the online, we can we can go ahead with fetch online data, and we can select this what data we need. So right now we are just doing the analysis of the cryptocurrency. So we have different cryptocurrency. After we select that, we select the date range for the analyze purpose. So you can just need to provide your query, and it give the answer here. So you see, I have given a question like, what is the trend in the data? So it show that the data is overall is the upward, and we have also created a detailed calculation like what exactly is going behind in order to verify the answer is correct or not. So behind the scene, you see, first it has taken the tools for the in order to calculate the result. Then it has plotted the result, and it understand the data is shown as the upward. So you see, it show the data is upward. And then we have also created a view chat option. Then we see the chat history of our application. So this is the full stack application what we have created, and behind the code we are using yes, sorry. So we are using OpenAI, Streamlit, and Langchain for our application. So by this, actually, we have created a full application with just 100, with just 300 line of code. So we with the Langchain, we can super fast create our generative AI application, and then use Streamlit like to create button tags for in our front end. And this actually we use to load our data set pandas, and then after that we just download the data from the data set. After downloading it, we're just putting the value, and we are running the agent. In agent we run actual Langchain code with large language model. So here you see, actually we have provided the Langchain prompt, and inside that we have appended our prompt, and we have selected our data, and we are putting that into our query using the run function. After we get the response, we just display into the front end. So this how we have created the full stack application using Langchain, OpenAI, and Streamlit. Another application what we have created is known as PDF Q&A. So based on your data or textbook, you can just put your textbook and fine tune your large language model in order to get the perfect answer. So here we have option like upload your PDF. So after uploading it, you just need to ask question based on your PDF and it gives the answer. So here you see, I just asked so I have given multiple block cryptocurrency white paper and I'm just asking what is blockchain. So it has given answer. The blockchain is peer-to-peer system of the ledger and so on. And I've also asked like another question related to blockchain. Who have created the first smart contract? So he had given the author name, and after putting that, we can see the reference also where the information he is extracting. So here you will see after we have created the embedding of the white paper. So we see the first information is taking from blockchain textbook 2 and the page number is 234. The second information he has taken is the stack white paper and it is on 15th number. So on. So with the help of Langchain, we can create this full stack application. So you can create as many application as you want. So there are n numbers of application of Langchain. So let me just share you some of the document. So this is actually the Langchain documentation, and it tells the step-by-step process how you can create, how you can do the summarization. As I've also shown you the document. Let me put that into this chat. So these are the references I am providing, and also like to get an API key, you can use this OpenAI website and generate a API key for yourself to use with the Langchain.
感谢大家收看本期视频，欢迎大家订阅我们的 YouTube 频道，并在视频下方点赞、留言、分享，打开你的小铃铛，不错过更多精彩课程。关注我们各大平台账号，阅读海量数据科学相关文章，获得内推机会，及时追踪求职资讯。